Ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, let me speak to the ones who are tired of settling. Let me speak to the ones who've had enough of barely getting by. Let me speak to the dreamers with dry eyes because the tears ran out. You've been asking, how do I get what I want? But let me tell you something, you don't get what you want just by wishing. You get it by warring. You don't get what you want because you deserve it. You get it because you decide it. You've got to want it so bad that you're willing to fight for it when you're empty, show up for it when you're lonely, and believe in it when nobody else claps for you. Desire alone is not enough. Desire is the matchstick, but discipline is the firewood. You must align your actions with your asking. Because heaven does not sponsor laziness disguised as faith. Too many people are looking for shortcuts to greatness, but favor follows faithful footsteps, not shortcuts. You can't pray for elevation while avoiding effort. You can't speak increase and stay in places that shrink you. You can't ask God to bless you with more when you mishandle what you already have. So, if you really want it, stop talking yourself out of it. Stop settling in places where you don't belong. Stop making excuses for staying stuck. You were not made to barely exist. You were made to live in overflow. Desire is like a spark. It's quick, it's exciting. It gives us energy in the beginning. But if we don't make a decision, that spark fades. They want a better life, but they never make the decision to leave the toxic relationship. They want to be healthy, but they never make the decision to change their lifestyle. They want to grow spiritually, but they never decide to seek God daily. They want more money, but they never decide to work on the skills that bring increase. A desire is a wish. A decision is a commitment. There's a difference between hoping and deciding. And deciding, hoping says, I wish this would happen someday. But deciding says, I will do whatever it takes to make this happen. And that's the power of decision. Desire makes us look up, but decision makes us move forward. Desire will get you emotional. It will make you cry, it will make you dream. But only a decision will make you act. Only a decision will wake you up early in the morning and keep you working late into the night. Only a decision will push you through the days when you feel tired and discouraged. Only a decision will keep you going when no one believes in you. And let me tell you something. You don't have to feel strong to decide. You don't have to have it all together. You just have to say, enough is enough. I can't stay like this anymore. I can't keep talking about it. I can't keep wishing and not working. I have to move. A decision. That's the moment when everything starts to change. A decision sets the tone for your life. It tells your body, oh, we're not quitting. It tells your mind, oh, we're going forward. It tells your emotions, you don't run this. I do. It tells your past, you can't hold me anymore. Some people are waiting for a perfect moment to decide. They want all the details to line up. They want every fear to be gone. But the truth is, you won't always feel ready. And you won't always have all the answers. Decisions don't wait for comfort. They rise in discomfort. They rise in discomfort. They're born in the middle of the storm. They are made when the pressure is high and the pain is deep. When you make a real decision, it shifts the atmosphere around you. People start to take notice. Opportunities begin to open. Energy returns to your body. Confidence rises. And it's not because everything is perfect. It's because you're no longer stuck in the middle. You've chosen a direction, and your steps start to follow. The most powerful people in the world are not always the smartest or the strongest. They are the ones who made a decision and refused to turn back. They made a decision to keep building even after failing. They made a decision to stay kind in a world that's cruel. They made a decision to love, to lead, to create, to try again. And those decisions brought them to places that desire alone could never reach. If you're tired of waiting, stop just desiring and start deciding. Decide to change your morning routine. Decide to turn off the distractions. Decide to show up even when you don't feel like it. Decide to heal. Decide to forgive. Decide to grow. And once you decide, don't back down. Don't let fear, failure, or fatigue pull you away. You may not have much right now. You may be starting at the bottom. But when you make a decision, you plant your feet in purpose. You tell the world, this is where I stand. This is what I'm chasing. This is what I'm chasing. This is what I won't give up on. And that kind of resolve can open doors that no man can shut. Every great life starts with one real, honest, painful, powerful decision. Not a decision to be perfect, but a decision to move. A decision to grow. A decision to not stay stuck. So don't wait for the perfect day. Don't wait for more motivation. Don't wait for someone to give you permission. If you've got the desire, now it's time for the decision. Because that's what separates the dreamers from the doers. That's what separates the almost from the achieved. That's what separates where you are from where you're called to be. You want to get what you truly desire? Then you've got to make a decision you won't back out of. A decision that becomes a lifestyle. A decision that becomes a habit. A decision that becomes your story. Many people say they have faith. They say they believe things will get better. They say they trust God or believe in themselves. But their actions do not match their words. They talk about change, but they don't make any moves. They speak about growth, but they stay in the same habits. They pray for a breakthrough, but sit still when opportunities come. That is not real faith. Real faith moves. Real faith acts. Real faith is not just something you say. It is something you live. Imagine someone standing at the edge of a swimming pool. They say they believe the water will hold them up. They say they trust that they can swim, but they never jump in. They just keep standing there, talking about it. That is how many people treat life. They say they believe things can change, but they never take the steps to make it happen. Faith without action is like planting a seed and never watering it. You can have the best seed in the world, but if you don't put it in the ground, if you don't care for it, it will never grow. It's not enough to believe that the seed has potential. You have to act on that belief. You have to dig, plant, water, and wait. That's what faith looks like, doing the work while still trusting the result. Some people say, I'm waiting on God. But many times, God is waiting on us. He's waiting for us to move, waiting for us to take that first step. Waiting for us to pick up the phone, send the application, write the plan, start the healing process. Faith is not sitting still hoping something will magically change. Faith is stepping forward, even when you feel unsure. It's doing your part and trusting that the rest will come together. When we act on our faith, we show that we truly believe. If we believe that we can get healthy, we start eating better and exercising. If we believe that we can grow spiritually, we start spending more time in prayer, reading, and reflection. If we believe that we are meant for something greater, we start letting go of the things that keep us small. Acting on faith is not about doing big, flashy things. Sometimes it's quiet. Sometimes it's behind the scenes. Sometimes it's just choosing to get out of bed when you're depressed. Sometimes it's choosing to be kind when you want to be angry. Sometimes it's staying consistent when nobody is clapping for you. Those little steps may not seem big, but they are powerful. They are proof that your faith is alive. And let's be clear, action doesn't mean you're not afraid. It doesn't mean you have everything figured out. It just means you're willing to move even while you're afraid. Courage is not the absence of fear. Courage is moving forward in spite of it. That's faith. Not knowing how things will turn out, but still doing your best. There will be times when you feel like giving up. Times when it seems like your efforts are not working. But remember this. Faith is not about instant results. It's about long-term trust. It's about staying in the process. It's about showing up day after day, believing that your actions are planting seeds even when you don't see fruit right away. Sometimes acting on faith looks like walking away from something familiar. It might be ending a toxic relationship. It might be quitting a job that's holding you back. It might be setting boundaries with people you love. Those decisions are hard, but faith helps you do what's right, not just what's easy. Other times, faith looks like staying where you are and doing the hard work to grow. It means not running when things get tough. It means staying in the process and allowing yourself to be stretched. Both leaving and staying can be acts of faith. The key is knowing which one applies to your situation and being willing to act either way. There are also seasons when the action you need to take is rest. Constride. Rest can be an act of faith too. When you trust that things will not fall apart just because you took a break, that's faith. When you believe that your worth is not based on constant productivity, that's faith. When you allow yourself to heal instead of forcing things to happen, that's also action and faith. Every time you act on what you believe, you make your faith stronger. You build trust in yourself. You build trust in God. You build a life that is not just based on words, but on real change. Your faith becomes visible in the way you live. People may not know what you believe by what you say, but they will know it by what you do. So today, if you say you believe, prove it. Take one step, even if it's small. Write one page, make one call, start one habit, break one chain. And when you do, your faith will no longer be something that just lives in your mind. It will be something that moves through your body, speaks through your choices, and shows up in your life. We all want things in life. Some of us want success. Some want peace. Some want peace. Some want healing. Some want to be stronger, healthier, and more focused. But those things do not come just because we want them. They come because we are willing to do the work day after day, even when it's not exciting. That's discipline. Discipline is waking up early when your body wants to sleep. It is choosing to eat healthy when junk food is calling your name. It is reading, learning, and growing when everyone else is wasting time. It is staying committed to a goal, even when you feel tired or discouraged. Discipline is not something you are born with. It is something you build. It's a habit. It's a choice you make every single day. You see, motivation is temporary. Motivation can be high one day and gone the next. Or watch a powerful video and feel like you could do anything. But what happens when that feeling fades? What happens when no one is cheering for you? That's where discipline steps in. Discipline doesn't depend on your emotions. Discipline shows up even when your feelings don't. There will be days when you feel lazy. Days when you want to quit. Days when everything in you says, just take it easy. The discipline is the voice inside you that says, no, keep going. Stay focused. You're not finished yet. It is the part of you that remembers your purpose when your feelings forget it. It is the strength that holds you steady when the world tries to shake you. Think about a bridge. A strong bridge is built piece by piece with careful planning and hard work. You can't cross from one side to the other without the bridge being in place. In the same way, discipline builds the path from your present to your future. Every small act of discipline is like adding one more piece to that bridge. One more brick, one more step forward. And eventually it will carry you all the way to your goal. Many people want results, but they do not want the routine. They want success, but they do not want the structure. They want change, but they do not want to change their habits. But the truth is, without discipline, you will keep repeating the same patterns. You will keep making excuses. You will keep talking about what you want, but never living it out. Discipline teaches you how to say a no to things that do not serve your purpose. It teaches you how to choose long-term rewards over short-term pleasures. It teaches you how to focus when life is full of distractions. It makes you stronger, not just on the outside, but on the inside. It trains your mind to be clear, your heart to be steady, and your steps to be firm. It's not easy. Discipline will cost you something. It will cost you time. It will cost you comfort. It will cost you the approval of others. But what you gain is worth far more. You gain confidence. You gain results. You gain self-respect. You gain the ability to trust yourself. And that trust becomes a foundation you can build anything on. You might be thinking, but I failed before. I've tried to be disciplined, but I always go back. That's okay. The truth is everyone struggles. Everyone slips. But the key is to get back up. Every time you fall and choose to start again, you are building strength. You are training your mind to rise above your weakness. Discipline is not about being perfect. It's about being consistent. It's about starting again every time you fall. Even the smallest disciplines can make a big difference. Waking up at the same time every day, drinking more water, reading 10 minutes a day, saying no to things that distract you, being kind when you feel angry. These little things build your life. And over time, they create big changes. You may not notice it right away, but discipline is working in the background, shaping your future. Discipline also helps you handle pressure. Life is not always fair. Sometimes you will face delays, disappointments, and difficulties. But if you have built discipline into your life, you will have the strength to endure. You won't quit when things get hard. You won't fall apart every time something goes wrong, because you've trained yourself to keep going no matter what. Some people wait for the right moment to be disciplined. They wait for January, they wait for Monday, they wait for a sign. But the truth is, the right moment is now. Start where you are. Start with what you have. You don't need to do everything at once. Just take one step, then take another. Let today's small action lead to tomorrow's big result. Discipline is not a punishment. It is a gift. It is the tool that helps you become who you were created to be. It is the engine that drives your dreams. It is the foundation that makes your success strong and lasting. Without it, you may start fast, but you will not finish. With it, you may start small, but you will finish strong. Many people say they want a better life. Say they believe something great is coming, but their actions do not match their words. They sit back and wait without doing anything. They talk about their dreams, but they don't make any moves. But real faith is shown in what you do, not just in what you say. If you truly expect something, you will get ready for it. Think about a woman who is pregnant. Even before the baby arrives, she starts to prepare. She buys clothes. She sets up her room. She learns how to take care of the baby she prepares, not because the baby is here, but because she knows it's coming. Her preparation is proof of her expectation. Just for expectation. She does not wait until the baby shows up to get ready. She prepares because she believes the baby is on the way. That is how we should live. If we believe good things are coming, we must start preparing. If we are expecting growth, we must learn. If we are expecting opportunity, we must practice. If we are expecting change, we must clean up what's holding us back. Preparation is not a waste of time. It is a sign of wisdom. It means you are getting in line with what you are hoping for. Preparation also builds your character. It shapes your mindset. It strengthens your habits. It teaches you how to be faithful in small things before bigger things arrive. Sometimes the reason something hasn't come into your life yet is because you are not ready for it. You may want a big responsibility, but without preparation, it could crush you instead of bless you. We often think preparation is boring. We think it's the slow part. But the truth is, preparation is powerful. What you do behind the scenes will show up when the spotlight comes. What you build in private will be seen in public. And if you skip the process of preparation, you may not be able to handle the very thing you asked for. Let's say someone wants to be a leader. They want to inspire others. They want to speak in front of crowds or run a company. That's a great goal. But leadership requires discipline, patience, and wisdom. If that person doesn't prepare, if they don't learn, grow, and practice handling pressure, they may end up hurting more people than helping them. That's why preparation matters. It gets you ready not just to receive a blessing, but to carry it with strength. Sometimes preparation feels like nothing is happening. You might feel like you're just waiting, but waiting is not wasted when you use it to prepare. When you read, you are preparing. When you work on your health, you are preparing. When you cut off distractions, you are preparing. When you clean up your finances, you are preparing. When you let go of toxic people, you are preparing. Every little thing you do now is building the foundation for what's coming later. Preparation also sends a message to the world. It tells others that you are serious about your goals. It tells them you are not just talking, you are walking. People respect those who prepare. They want to work with people who are focused, dependable, and ready. Opportunities are often looking for prepared people. The right door may open, but if you are not ready to walk through it, you could miss your moment. Another truth about preparation is that it makes you confident. When you know you've done the work, you feel more secure. You don't have to fake it. You don't have to rush. You can walk in calm and steady, knowing you've already done your part. Confidence doesn't come from pretending. It comes from preparing. Preparation also helps you avoid panic. Life can bring surprises, but when you are prepared, you are not easily shaken. You may still feel pressure, but you have tools to handle it. You have a plan. You have built strength in advance, and that gives you peace, even in uncertain times. Let's not forget, preparation also involves your heart. Sometimes we ask for things that require a new level of love, forgiveness, or faith. We want new relationships, new roles, or new breakthroughs, but our hearts are still holding on to bitterness or fear. Preparing means clearing out the clutter inside too. It means making space in your soul for what is good and new. It means healing so you don't carry old pain into new places. You don't have to see the whole picture to start preparing. You don't need every detail to begin. Sometimes you just know something is shifting. You feel a stirring inside, and that is enough. Start where you are. Do what you can. Take one step at a time. It's not about being perfect. It's about being willing. It's about being faithful. And as you prepare, you send a signal to yourself, to others, and to God that you are ready for more. Every great story, every powerful success, every meaningful breakthrough starts with preparation. It doesn't matter if people don't see your work. It doesn't matter if they laugh or doubt you. Keep preparing. Stay consistent. Your preparation is your silent proof that you believe in the future. And when the moment comes, you won't have to scramble. You'll be ready. Many times we pray for growth. We ask for change. We want a new season. But we don't realize that new life requires room. Just like a plant needs space to grow, so does your life. You can't grow when you're crowded with old things that no longer serve you. You can't move forward while holding on to what's behind you. You must choose. Hold on to what was or step into what can be. Letting go does not mean you forget what happened. It doesn't mean what hurt you didn't matter. 1. It means you're no longer letting it have power over you. You're no longer giving it a seat at the table of your future. You're deciding to take back control of your life. You're choosing to heal, even if it takes time. You're choosing to stop reliving the same pain and start walking toward peace. Growth requires space, and letting go creates that space. Sometimes that means letting go of bitterness. Holding on to anger may feel justified, especially when you've been wronged. But anger can become a heavy chain. It can poison your heart. It can blind you to new opportunities. When you forgive not for the other person but for yourself, you release the grip of that pain. You make space for joy, for peace, for love, and for new beginnings. Sometimes you must let go of people. You can love them, appreciate what they brought to your life, but still move on. If someone is constantly tearing you down, draining your energy, or distracting you from your purpose, it's time to create distance. Letting go doesn't make you heartless. It makes you wise. It makes you wise. It means you care enough about your growth to protect your environment. Other times, you must let go of your own thoughts. Those voices in your head telling you that you're not good enough, not smart enough, not strong enough, not strong enough. Those are lies. They may sound familiar, but that doesn't make them true. Letting go means replacing those lies with truth. It means speaking kindly to yourself. It means giving yourself permission to change, to improve, to start again. There are also habits that must be released. You can't grow while holding on to habits that are slowly destroying your potential. Whether it's procrastination, negative thinking, toxic coping, or anything else, you must be willing to break up with the version of you that keeps choosing comfort over growth. Change is uncomfortable, but growth lives on the other side of discomfort. And you cannot reach it if you're not willing to stretch. Letting go may also mean releasing control. Many of us try to control everything, every outcome, every person, every situation. But life doesn't work that way. You can't control how others behave. You can't control what happens tomorrow. But you can control how you respond. You can choose peace over panic. You can choose surrender over stress. Letting go of control is not weakness. It's wisdom. It says, I trust the process. I trust the process. I trust that what's meant for me will not miss me. There's freedom in letting go. It doesn't always feel that way at first. At first, it feels like loss. But in time, you realize that what you released was actually holding you back. You realize that by letting go, you made space for something better, something deeper, something healthier, something more aligned with your purpose. It's also important to let go of timelines. Sometimes we pressure ourselves with expectations. I should be further along by now. I should have more. I should be someone else already. But life is not a race. Growth is not a competition. You're on your own path. Letting go of timelines allows you to enjoy the process. It helps you stay present. It helps you celebrate progress, even if it's slow. Letting go is not a one-time thing. It's a daily decision. You may have to let go over and over again, a fear of doubt of what others think. But every time you choose release over resistance, you grow a little more. You become lighter, clearer, stronger. You must also let go of needing approval from others. Not everyone will understand your growth. Not everyone will support your change. That's okay. Growth is personal. You don't need permission to evolve. You don't need applause to rise. Letting go of the need to please people will set you free. It allows you to live for purpose, not popularity. It takes courage to let go. It takes faith. Because when you release something familiar, you're stepping into something unknown. But don't let fear stop you. What's ahead of you is greater than what's behind you. Your future deserves a free version of you, not one tied to old pain, past mistakes, or worn-out stories. You can start again. You can move forward. But first, you must let go. So ask yourself, what am I holding on to that is holding me back? What story am I still telling myself? What weight am I still carrying? It's time to release it, not because it didn't matter, but because you matter more. Your healing matters. Your peace matters. Your growth matters. You must let go to grow. It's not easy. It may not happen all at once. But step by step, piece by piece, you can lay it down. And every time you do, you make space for something better, something brighter, something new. Success doesn't always come to the most talented. It doesn't always belong to the ones who start fast or have all the resources. Many times it belongs to the one who just kept showing up, the one who stayed when others walked away, the one who kept working, kept learning, and kept believing. Refusing to quit is not about being perfect. It's about being faithful. Life will test you. It will bring moments when you feel tired, disappointed, even hopeless. You might feel like giving up on your dream, your goals, your calling, or even yourself. But the truth is, every time you choose not to quit, you are one step closer to your breakthrough. You are one step closer to becoming the person you were born to be. Think about anything great. Athletes, artists, leaders, business people. Behind every success is a story of someone who didn't quit. They had setbacks, they had failures, but they kept going. They knew that the path to greatness is not straight or easy. It is filled with detours, delays, and doubts. But they also knew that quitting is the only sure way to lose. You might not see results right away. You may give your best and feel like nothing is happening. That's when the pressure comes. That's when you hear voices telling you it's not worth it. But those are the moments that build your strength. Those are the moments that shape your character. Growth is not always loud. Sometimes it happens in silence. Sometimes it happens in silence. It always happens when you keep going. Refusing to quit doesn't mean you never feel weak. It means you don't let weakness win. It means you show up on the days you don't feel like it. It means you keep your eyes on the purpose, not just the problems. When you fall, you rise again. When you're tired, you rest, but you don't give up. That kind of persistence is what separates dreamers from achievers. It's easy to start something. Many people start well. They're excited. They're passionate. But as soon as it gets hard, they stop. As soon as they feel discomfort, they retreat. But nothing worth having comes easy. The dream you're chasing will cost you something. It will test your patience, your faith, and your strength. Your strength and your strength. But if you hold on, if you keep pressing forward, it will reward you. Quitting feels easier. It feels like relief in the moment, but it brings regret later. You don't want to look back on your life and wonder what could have been if you just kept going. You don't want to be the one who almost made it. You want to be the one who endured, the one who finished, the one who stood strong when others gave up. You get what you refuse to quit on. If you keep fighting for your marriage, healing can come. If you keep showing up in your job with excellence, promotion can come. If you keep trusting God through pain, peace will come. If you keep practicing, studying, saving, building, creating, and believing, change will come. Sometimes you have to fight battles in silence. No one claps for you. No one sees the tears. No one understands the weight you're carrying. But you still refuse to quit. That's when your strength grows the most. That's when you prove to yourself that you're not weak. You are a warrior. There will be seasons when you feel stuck. Nothing seems to move. But don't confuse stillness with failure. Sometimes life is preparing you in quiet. Sometimes the roots grow deep before the tree grows tall. You may not see the fruit yet, but that doesn't mean it's not coming. Keep watering your dream. Keep taking one small step at a time. Your time, one small step at a time. Your time will come. Even in failure, don't quit. Just because something didn't work out doesn't mean it was the end. Maybe it was a lesson. Maybe it was a redirection, but it doesn't mean you're finished. But sometimes failure is just feedback. It's not a reason to quit. It's a reason to try again. Smarter, wiser, stronger, wiser, stronger. Don't compare your journey to others. Some people may reach their goals faster. Some may seem like everything is going their way. But you don't know their struggles, and they are not you. Your story is your own. Your growth, your timeline, your battles, they are all shaping something special. Stay focused on your path. Surround yourself with people who help you keep going. People who encourage you, pray with you, believe in you. And even if you have no one, remember this, you are never alone. God sees your effort. He knows your heart. And he honors those who keep walking, even with weak steps. You may cry, you may feel fear. You may want to give up 100 times. But if you keep moving, even slowly, you will win. You will rise. You will get to the other side. It's not about being strong all the time. It's about being committed. So hold on to your dream. Keep writing the book. Keep building the business. Keep working on your health. Keep showing up in faith. Keep speaking life over yourself. You get what you refuse to quit on. Let your persistence speak louder than your pain. Let your faith be stronger than your fear. And when the day comes, and it will come, when you finally see the result of all those days you wanted to quit but didn't, you'll look back and say, it was worth it. Every tear, every late night, every lonely hour, every step, worth it. Yes, faith is powerful, but faith without movement is empty. Discipline is the bridge that takes you from desire to destiny. Preparation is the signal to the world, to your own soul, and to heaven that you are serious about what you're expecting. And sometimes the very key to unlocking the next level of your life is simply the courage to let go of pain, of fear, of the past, so that you can grow into who you were created to be. You will face resistance. You will get tired. But if you can hold on, if you can outlast the pressure, silence the doubt, and stay faithful even in the quiet, everything you're believing for is possible. Not because you were the fastest or the loudest or the most talented, but because you refused to give up. You were consistent when it's steady when it didn't feel good. You stayed when you had every reason to walk away. And because you did, the reward is coming. The door is opening. The shift is near.